Hi, everybody. La, la, la. Hi, everybody. It's Sam Bennett from therealsambennett.com, and welcome to our weekly Facebook Lives. Y'all know you can just put this in your calendar recurring, right? Particularly those of you on the Zoom, you can just put it into your calendar. It's always this link, unless we've had some kind of crisis, in which case we'll send you the new link. And then you just always know, because I had somebody email me the other day and they were like, what's with all this last minute stuff? And I was like, we were sending the reminder last minute, but it's always here. There's the beautiful and talented Veronica Gazzardi. Hi, babe. How you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Let's start with our breathing, shall we? Let's start with centering into this moment. We've got some big ideas to talk about today, and I'm kind of psyched about it, to tell you the truth. So you can put your hands on your belly and let your belly go really poochy soft. Give your belly a little love. I'm patting my belly right now. I feel like Pooh Bear. Honey. Drop your shoulders down and back. Soften your gaze. Give yourself that little Mona Lisa smile. Maybe try to bring your awareness to some unusual part of your body, behind your ears or your elbows or the inside of your ankles. Just bring to mind the self that is you, the beautiful, perfect self, the only you there is, the only you will ever be. In this moment, the only this moment there will ever be. It's kind of precious, right? Okay, you ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that feels so good. Oh. So I'm curious where you all are at today. If you have any specific questions for me or any issues that are coming up. I know while some people really love this time of year and really love the holidays and feel elated by them, others not so much. And it can feel especially hard and isolating when you're feeling bad, when it sort of seems like the rest of the world is feeling so great. So if there's anything like that coming up for you, maybe some family stuff, those fantastic family dynamics, so fun. What's the old saying about how your family punches all your buttons because they installed them? Yeah, there's Lori. Hi, Lori. Leslie G, my girl. How you doing? Great to see you all. So the thing I was writing about today, I was thinking about this because I worked with someone just the other day who was wanting to, bring some more money into her household, into her life. But then immediately got into like a spin of like, well, but I don't know what my website should be and what payment processor should I use? And don't I need an email responder system? And what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about that? I'm like, hold the phone. Oh, I need a logo. No, stop. You don't. And I'm telling you, we figured out an offering that she could make. We named it. We named the benefits of it. We scheduled it. We put the dates on it. We priced it in less than 20 minutes. And the challenge was like, so go send out an email to people saying, hey, I'm offering this thing at this price for these dates. Here's a PayPal link. Done. End of story. And she's like, oh, well, I'm in this group and I'm not supposed to market to them. And I'm like, well, don't, but say, hey, I'm offering this thing. I would love it if you wanted to be an affiliate for me. So here's all the information. And if you send me anybody, just make sure that they tell me that they came from you. You don't need a big affiliate tracking system if you're, just starting out. Just make sure that they're very clear that they need to say, oh, Sam sent me, and then I'll send you $100, right? Easy, simple, easy. But But at the beginning of the conversation, she was like a million miles away from any of it because she'd gotten herself into this spin. And I know a little something about spinning because I do it all the time. It's, you know, it's one of the joys of being a thinking person and a thoughtful person, is that you think about things, but sometimes you overthink about things. I loved it when I figured out that the word overwrought, I occasionally get overwrought, is wrought is the past tense of work. So you've overworked, right? Like wrought iron is worked iron. Overwrought is overthinking, overworking. It's like when you know, mix the batter too much and it seizes up. So I'm curious, what are you talking yourself in and out of on a dime? What are you delaying because you can't quite figure out, well, maybe it should be blue, or maybe it should be red, or maybe I should put a carpet down, or maybe just an area rug, or maybe I should change my name to this or change my name to that, or I don't know, whatever it is that you're tying yourself up in nuts about. It can look like indecision. It can look like spinning. It can look like that I'm great, I suck, I'm great, I suck, I'm great, I suck. Like I could totally do that. I could totally write a book. I'd be awesome at writing a book. Oh my God, I suck. I could never write a book. That would be terrible. Everyone would hate me. I would get thrown out of the world if I wrote a book. But it would be so great to write a book, but I would be so awesome at it. Everyone loves my writing. Everyone tells me my writing's fantastic. Of course, they're probably just being nice to me. They're probably lying. I'm probably a terrible writer. I'm great, I suck. I'm great, I suck. Right? So it might look like talking yourself in and out of things. It might look like spinning. It might look like indecision. It might look like I'm great, I suck. Or it may look like that story I was just telling with the false barriers, right? With that, you know, oh, I want to do this thing, but there's a million steps in between me and that thing, when in fact there is not a million steps. I was having a conversation with somebody else a couple weeks ago, a woman who wanted to write a book, and part of her book involved a really intense legal situation that she had been in. And she's like, so I guess I have to start by like pulling out all those legal documents and starting to go through those boxes. And I was like, wait, stop, halt, no, absolutely not, never, no, no, no. First of all, that sounds horrible. Second of all, not necessary. Not necessary. We don't need all those, you know, maybe later, once you finish the book, we might need to go back to those documents and clarify some details or get some specifics or whatever. But for right now, I'm like, you just grab your trusty old index cards and start writing down any part of the story that you think is worth sharing. Just a couple sentences at a time, 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. And she was like, and she made the sound that I love. Oh, I love that sound. Right? I guess I have to go find the boxes. I guess I'm great, I suck. May I have to do this? I have to do that. What should my legs be? That sound I hate. This sound, oh, I love. Oh, that's easy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, you can. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Right. So Deb's getting a big laugh out of this is why your family can press all your buttons because they installed them. It's a good line. It's a good line. It's not mine. I didn't come up with it, but it's very funny. Lori says she's noticing that, oh, a lot lately. That's great. That means you're simplifying. That means you're more in your body. That means you're like dealing with reality, right? Rather than this crazy monkeys up in your head, right? Monkey mind. That's what they call that. So let's do a little 90-second process, right? Tell me something that you want, that you've been thinking about, that you've been in a spin about, and grab yourself a piece of paper, a piece of type paper, an index card. I'm going to take an index card and a pen of some form or other, right? Sharpie, ballpoint pen, pencil, marker, magic marker. Magic markers are magic. I'm going to set my timer for 90 seconds. And I just want you to draw out, stick figures, whatever, how it feels when you are in that spin. Right? So think about the thing that you're spinning about. See if you can capture that feeling a little bit of like, right? And then we're just going to make a picture of it on a piece of paper. Hi, Clark. Hi, Julie. Okay, you ready? It's going to take less than 90 seconds. This is not about art. Nobody's ever going to see it. No one cares. All right, ready? 90 seconds. I'm counting down. What does it look like for me when I'm in the spin? What does it look like for you? What is the shape? What is the color? What is the feeling? And just let your hand do it. Don't even think about it too much. Just because you can't do this wrong. You can't fuck this up. How are we doing? 53 seconds left. I'm pretty much done. Good. Okay, keep going. Add a little more detail. What is the feeling of being in a spin? What is it feeling of not being able to decide if something is a good idea or not, or if you can actually do it, or if you are worthy of doing it, whether you're qualified to do it, whether they're going to kick you out of the world for doing it, whether your family resent you if you do it? What's happening for you when you are overwrought, overthinking, overworked, overcooked, in a thrash? What does that feel like? Ah, there it is. There's your 90 seconds. Stop. Here's what I made. That's me with a little bun on my head. See my little bun? And then here's all the options and points of decision, right? It also looks a little to me like I'm being attacked by bees or wasps or something, which is pretty accurate. Good. I'm curious what yours looks like. What did you notice or share? Mary Beth says, you are a trip. So true, so funny, so sad to feel this way so often. Yeah, I know. This human thing, it's not easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it, right? Wait a minute. Claire says, it looks like the spinning rainbow beach ball on my computer. Oh my gosh, right? Perfect. Right? Hypnotized by too many things. Claire says, I can't seem to draw it because my Procreate is still loading, which is a drawing app, but that's how it feels. Right. And how hilarious that, like, I think that's how it feels too. Like the program can't load. Like, I can't get there. Okay. I also want to point out, and you may have gotten, I wrote a thing about this and it's in the email sequence. So some of you may have seen this more recently than others. Let me preface it by this story. When I was studying acting in college, because you guys know I'm an actor. That's what I do. That's what I've always done. One of the techniques I learned, if you have to play a drunk person when you're acting, is you just sort of pretend like you've got a lot, like there's a dot that you're trying to follow, and maybe it like lands on your body a little bit. You just try and follow the dot. This looks like drunk to me. This looks like drunk. And your spinning probably looks like drunk too, right? You are poisoning yourself with this overthinking, right? You've lost track of reality with all this, like, oh, I've got to make so many decisions. Oh, I've got to go look through those legal documents. Oh, I've got to figure out my logo first. Oh, they're going to kick me off of Earth if I charge too much. Right? You've literally intoxicated yourself. You've made yourself drunk with bad thinking, and you know how hard it is to make a good decision when you're drunk. Just saying. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying. Lori says, there was a hole in the mountains, raining day. I was falling, no bottom, nothing to hang on to, and the options are swirling around me. Oh my gosh, Leslie, yes. Julie says, it looks like me inside of all these spinning loops, like I'm being tossed out and then inside a box, inside a box, inside a box, inside a box. Yes. Julie says, lost track of reality. Yes, that feeling of being kicked off of Earth, drunk with bad thinking. That's it. Right. So if this is drunk, what is sober? What is sober? I want you to call to mind a time when You felt really calm and clear when you knew you were doing the right thing, even if it was a little scary, even if you felt a little, excited, but you felt held, you felt, um, clear, energized, pleased, confident. Anybody could have come up to you and said, "What? You're doing what?" And you would have said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this." Right? You're marrying so-and-so? Yep, I am. What? You're going to take a job where? Yep, I am. Right? So call to mind one of those times. And if you don't have a specific time, just an imaginary time, right? It doesn't have to be a real time. Your mind doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary, as we're discussing right now. All right, here's another 90 seconds. I want you to draw perfect clarity, perfect knowing, balance, calm, ease, grace. Ready? 90 seconds. We're not making art. We're just drawing how it feels. What is the feeling of knowing? What is the feeling of knowing? What does it look like inside of your body? What does it look like inside of your mind? I think that's done. Maybe one more detail. Good. Calmness, clarity. We got 34 seconds left. Yeah, repeating the task. So if we just drew what crazy drunk, indecisive spinning feels like, now we're going to draw what calm, clear, knowing looks like, feels like. All right? What does it look like when you are, if this is drunk, what is stone cold? If this is drunk, what is stone cold sober? If this is indecision, what is decisive? If this is chaos, what is clarity? That's the task. And you can take as long or as little as you want. I just like having you do it in 90 seconds because I don't want you thinking about it. Because again, this is not it's not, you can't solve your racing brain with your racing brain, right? That's what I sent out last night about when I sent my little solstice message. You can't, it's like a dog, when they're overly excited, if you chase after them, they're just going to run, right? You need to be calm and centered, and you call the dog and then they come. They'll match your energy, right? And the world will match your energy too. When I'm losing track of leadership skills, I watch Cesar Millan. I watch The Dog Whisperer, and I know there's some controversial things about him. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how he demonstrates calm authority and how you can watch the craziest dogs in the world go, they just, right? So this is what I drew for calm and decisive. I like it that it looks like a mandala. I like it that it looks like sights, right? Like on a gun. I don't have guns. I don't know anything about guns. My ex-husband was is still makes high precision rifles, like SEAL Team 6 rifles, like Olympic rifles. So yeah, this looks like sights. Yes. And a compass or a medicine wheel. Yeah, good. Yes, exactly. It feels like all those things. Or it's a solid ground with warm sunshine surrounding me. Oh my gosh, that's so much better than falling through the cracks in the earth, right? So much better than the swirling, so much better than the spinning beach ball of death. Yeah, good. Sandy says, I drew a sun. Yeah. Yeah, this looks a little like the sun too, doesn't it? Looks like the compass, true north. Yes. Yes. So again, if this is drunk, quit doing this to yourself. Do this. And you may want to put this somewhere where you can see it. Those of you who like making things might want to make another version or a bigger version. I'll probably just tape this up to my little wall the way it is. Julie says, yes, me on the earth, my heart showing, shining, and surrounded and held by a big heart that is connected to the earth. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. And then other Julie, hi, other Julie, sober equals joy, standing on the beach, arms outstretched towards the sun, gazing out over the Pacific. So this is from Julie, we were neighbors. We lived in the same building in Carpinteria there on the Pacific. I was just looking at the Carpinteria Facebook page the other day and like feeling very sorry for myself that we don't live there anymore. Because it's true, whenever I was in a spin, I could walk half a block down to the beach and just, whew, there's something about the size of that ocean and the size of that sky that just would calm me right down, right? Plus barefoot on the sand, it's good for you. So that's my little process for you today. And as you move through, this holiday season and your life season, notice when you are in a spin, notice when you, I just came from the grocery store before this, and we were in a bit of a hurry because I needed to get back to do this. And of course it's Christmas, it's very crowded. And I forgot my list. I had a list, but I left it at home. So we're like sort of running through the store, and Luke gets impatient when he's shopping with me. So I have to send him off for search and find missions. Like, I'm like, heavy cream, go. He goes and fetches it and comes back. And so I'm like kind of throwing things in the cart. And I was comparing it to when I used to be very, when I used to clip coupons, when I was very broke and very focused on being broke. And so I would sit there for, to me, hours to grocery shop, because I'd be like, well, I could get 6 cans of black beans for 35 cents off, or I could get 2 cans of the other black beans for 20. And finally I realized, no, like, this is sucking my life energy. This is not the highest and best use of my time. Like, just buy however many beans you need of the kind of the brand that you like. You'll find 35 cents somewhere else in your life. Quit fucking obsessing over tiny things that don't matter. There's a mug. Quit fucking obsessing over tiny things that don't matter. Which is almost everything, by the way. Right? Julie Simpson is noticing that she and Lori tend to draw the same things, separated at birth, or just same neuroses. Yeah, that beach. It's a good beach. Veronica says literal bean counting. Exactly, literal bean counting. The other things I wanted to just share with you today, just because they're good and helpful. This is my favorite thing in life these days. It's called Elementi. Element is an electrolyte drink mix. It comes in these little sachets like this, and you mix it in water. It is salt, it's sodium, it's electrolytes and sodium. And what it's helpful for is if you've got long haul COVID like me, or you're traveling, or you just want to make sure you stay better hydrated. The electrolytes are important, the water is important, but the salt helps your body retain the water, right? Also, if you've got lung issues, you want to keep your lungs hydrated. Elementi doesn't have citric acid in it. I need more electrolytes, but cannot handle anything citrus. They have different flavors. This one is chocolate salt, actually. Does it have citric acid? Salt, cocoa powder, magnesium malate, potassium chloride, natural chocolate flavor, stevia. That's it. They do have some citrus flavors like mango chili and lemon habanero, I think, is another one that I like. And you can put them in cocktails too. You can use them for drinks. So they sell them around town. There's another one called Liquid IV that I've heard of. I haven't tried that one. I get them from Amazon. I get the sample pack because I love a sample pack. It's very salty though. So you want to, especially when you start out, you want to put it in like a lot of water. Like 64 ounces of water, because when you start out, it's very salty. Now I can drink it in a little bit, and I don't buy it. Beth says, note taker here, lost track of the saying for the day. Oh, quit fucking spending time obsessing about things that don't matter, which is almost everything. Something like that. The other thing I said in the reminder email for this call is a little quote from a story by Isak Dinesen, who's just one of my favorite writers of all time. And you might know her from Out of Africa. She wrote Out of Africa, and that movie with Meryl Streep and Robert Redford, which is a beautiful film, is based on her stories and her life. Her real name was Karen Blixen, but she wrote under the name Isak Dinesen. And she's got a collection of short stories called Anecdotes of Destiny. And in there's this story of the pearl diver who has a conversation with the fish, and the fish explained that they are in fact God's chosen people, because fish can't fall, right? Fish are in perfect harmony with their environment. And it talks about how fish don't hope. They just exist. And they're in perfect harmony with their environment. Their environment supports them. And so God is so well pleased, that man falls almost immediately, but fish never fall. So the flood is for them. The flood is God going, okay, fish, you have it, take it. But then God relents and gives humankind another chance. Anyway, there's a bunch of beautiful stories in that book. And if you're looking for something lovely to read, I highly recommend the work of Isak Dinesen. Tiny things that don't matter, right? Lori says, never heard that story. Love it. We'll check her out. Yeah. Oh, she's just great. I feel like there's something else I really wanted to say. Okay, so we're going to have a 5-day challenge coming up right after the first of the year, starting on, Veronica, do you know the date of that? Hold on. Hold, please. Your call is important to us. I think it starts on the 9th of January. Is that right? I think that's right. So stay tuned for that. That'll January 9th we begin. Yeah. So keep your eye out for emails about that. You'll have a chance to register for it. It's paid because I want you to show up. But it's not very expensive. So keep an eye out for that. Stay calm, right? Now that you know what not drunk, sober, clear, confident, supported, loved looks like, get yourself into this headspace and then make your decision. Make your wish. No backsies. No talking yourself out of it. Say, this is what I want. This is what I will do. This is what I am doing. This is what I will have. I am undeterred. I am undeniable. I am unstoppable. I am relentless like sunshine. I am as relentless as the sun. That can be you. You can make anything happen that you want to have happen. But you got to get sober and stay there. All right? No more of this spinning than indecision. Yeah, if you are not signed up for the mailing list, get on the mailing list. Go over to therealsambennett.com. I have no idea what the free opt-in is. Just join the list, whatever it is. You'll get a lot of fun emails just anyway. And you definitely don't want to miss the challenge. It's going to be super cool. Veronica and I have been doing a lot of work on it. And yeah, the content is going to be really pretty great. Pretty great. Good. Anything else anybody wants to say or share before we wrap this up? Let's see. The name of the book is Anecdotes of Destiny by Isak Dinesen. I-S-A-K is the first name. I-S-A-K. The last name is Dinesen. D-I-N-E-S-E-N. She's Danish. She's a Danish writer. Or she was. Quit fucking spending time obsessing about tiny things that don't matter, which is almost everything. Yeah, there you go. Good. Hang on to your calm, to your sobriety, right? You start feeling like this. Let this be a red flag to you. This doesn't mean that you don't know what to do. This means that you've let yourself get drunk. So let yourself do the things you need to do to sober up. Drink some water, maybe with some electrolytes, call a friend, get a hug, take a nap, do some yoga, pet a cat, whatever centers you and brings you back to you so that you can get back to that state of openness and sharing, because the world needs you. The world needs your good luck, your good work, your good luck, your good face, your good beauty. Be brave, sweetheart. Be brave. Good. You ready? Let's do I'm thinking about another line from Isak Dinesen. I used to do a monologue of from a book of hers, from Out of Africa, from the book Out of Africa, as an audition piece. And at one point she says, I'll go back to the farm. Dennis will be there by now. I can regain my balance of mind. Regain your balance of mind. Right? Good. One more breath. Let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for doing this with me. Happy Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll be here next week, so don't miss it. Happy everything. Yes, happy Hanukkah, happy everything. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Yule, happy solstice, happy all of it. Love you.